This episode of the Red Bull Rant is brought to you by the fine patrons that support us through patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. You can support us for the low price of $1 a month, and you can get exclusive content, including a monthly wrap-up for the New York Red Bulls. We want to send a special shout-out to our patrons who support us at $5 a month. That is our producer-level reward. Thank you to Jeremiah Dempster, William Martin, Clayton John, and Christopher Admack. Now, on to the show.
The Red Bull Rant is a free-flowing podcast with three soccer-loving idiots who don't know when to shut their dumb potty mouths. So listener discretion, yeah, it's pretty much advised.
Welcome, my friends, to Shit Never Ends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Iapico.
I'm Pat McDonald.
I'm Truman. This is episode 358. Lazy title name.
Sure.
Yeah, we're mailing it in on season 10.
That's right. We're giving up like this team.
I mean, we all knew they were going to lose, right? So at least there's that.
We did.
We all got a point. We got a point. Which is 1 point more than the Red Bulls, but we all got one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, Red Bulls went to the LA Galaxy, lost 3-2 on the road in a game that's probably much closer than it should have been, score-wise anyway. I feel like the Galaxy should have scored at least 5, given our defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Before we get into our likes and dislikes, though, Truman, you have the tweets?
Do I ever? Okay, here we go. Brian Roth, at Brian Roth95, says, at least Tom Barlow didn't play. Yes. Steven Santos. So, yeah, we're a professional soccer team. We looked like 11 amateurs in the PDL. We scored 2 goals, so that's something. Yeah.
What idiot put you in charge?
You did.
At Rashesco said, Andrew Gutman is good, yeah? I like puns. Puns are always work for the show. My one man wake for Tim the Bus Parker continues. How good is it not having Barlow in the 11? Just piling on that poor guy. Jeremiah at Red Coach J. Struber clearly doesn't know who his preferred 11 is yet. Still playing musical chairs in the midfield, especially. Our defensive core has been incredibly sloppy in these first 2 games. Whatever other issues we're having, we're going nowhere until that stuff stops. Yes. And then finally, at Tonino M says, we could hire the best coach and buy the best forward in the world, but if the talent isn't there on the rest of the team, the results will remain the same. I'm not going to argue with any of that.
Nope.
You know what's funny is there's a article posted on Much Metro today about how they're doing a really good job scouting because all these players they haven't signed. Like if your measure of success is the fact that we got close to if we got close to somebody or just being named, for a transfer, that's a very good lowering of the bar.
Is it now a good time to point out that we are no longer affiliated with the Once Metro?
Well, I mean, we haven't been for like 3-4 years now.
Yeah, but let's just point it out again when they say, like, well, we didn't sign anybody. That's a good decision.
Yeah, it's not like, results on the field matter or anything. All right.
Clearly.
So, likes and dislikes, Truman, Pat, since you were out last week, I'll let you go first. What did you dislike about this game?
Well, come on, it's quite clear. I mean, our 3 quote-unquote big signings, 3 of them anyway, were on defense, between Tom Edwards, Andreas Reyes, and Andrew Gutman, more on him later. And our defense is atrocious. We let Tim Parker go, who is a very steady and capable center back. I understand Tarek played decently at times last year, but at the time he was also a bit of a streaky player. And sure enough, we got butchered. I mean, I'm sure the coaching decisions to go with 3 in the back was not the right way to go at all. I think that absolutely left us open to Chicharito tearing us apart. But when 3 of your signings, quote unquote, 3 of your big signings were defensive players, and defense is awful. I think that goes a long way to show what this team, front office, yada, 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 is capable of. And I mean, that just shouldn't happen when that's what you go out and focus on in the offseason.
And yeah, I'm gonna pile on the defense, but specifically that third goal, because it was off the body legs of a man that we didn't sign in the offseason, who's been on this team for a while, Aaron Long. I mean, I don't even know what was going on, him playing that ball, but that looked horrible, was horrible, and I mean, that almost salted the game away completely. And then, of course, they just wanted to praise Chicharito for being the greatest player of all time at this point. But I mean, if it wasn't for that ball just horrifically deflecting or whatever you want to call that off Aaron Long, he's not even making a play on goal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at it, two of those goals were the results of, actually all three really, but two of them were the result of deflections and balls that should have been stopped pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was just very bad marking by the three center backs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should be pointed out the first one was a horrendous turnover by Florian Below. There's no question about that.
Yep.
But then, I mean, I know we all three of us, we talked about this in a private chat. We all sort of disagree, I think, on this. But, I mean, the keeper, again, another loanee from Salzburg, which I think half our team is loanees from Salzburg right now. How is he better than Ryan Mira? I mean, maybe Ryan Mira's hurt. I don't know. There's no news on this team, but I have no idea.
My dislike, I'll go defensively, but tactics, I don't understand what we were thinking. Three in the back, okay, I get it. If your wing backs are good enough and can come back, which not completely excusing his play, but Andrew Gutman looks like he has the ability to come back to certain balls at least. He did chase after that free kick late in the second half. He did chase down, I can't remember his name, but he chased the guy down off that Chicharito pass and broke up the attack. So there's at least some idea that the wing backs can track back and help out the defense. But whatever the actual defensive tactics were, obviously didn't work. Chicharito had way too much space. All it took was balls, not even great balls, but just balls being put into the box to break our defense. And Aaron Long, what the fuck are you doing near the sideline in front of midfielders trying to pressure the ball when there's three center backs on the back line? I have to assume that that's one of two things. One, Aaron Long got overly zealous, or that was a tactical decision to have him press up at certain points. Either way, that was not good, and that directly led, I think, was the second goal. But whatever it is, the defensive shape of this team is just horrendous after 2 weeks.
I'm going to say it was a tactical decision because I'm pretty sure, the last two games, for some reason, Aaron Long seemed to be playing striker by the end of the game.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll bring it up again that I think Jeremiah brings up the great point that I don't think they really know what this team is right now. You know, these two games were almost an extended preseason. So and of course I'm not saying that I have tremendous faith in this team figuring it out and going on this amazing run, being a top 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. But I mean, not the worst thing to drop 2 games to Western Conference foes, I guess, to start the year. Maybe they'll get their shit together. Maybe we'll see a little bit better play coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, true, if you're going to drop points, you might as well do it against the other conference, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the best hope I have for this team is, sadly, it's Frankie Amaya, who was a U23 player on a team that failed to make the Olympics. I think he probably has the most promise of players they brought in, but other than that, I mean, what's he really gonna do? I mean, I'm someone who has been very vocal. I don't have faith. I've heard some people say, "Well, Patrick Clement, he's next. You know, he's gonna shift it up when that 2-striker system with Fabio." I don't know. I don't see this team doing anything this year. I feel like I'm already at my preseason prediction of them actually making the playoffs feels really hopeful.
All right, so for our likes, Truman, is there anything positive to take away from the match?
I mean, the Gudman goal was nice, right? That was nice. They did not, thankfully, get run out of the building in LA. So, I mean, they did fight back going down 3-1. They did get it within a goal. I'm going to be the anti-Pat. I don't think they're completely lost. Again, they're not a top 2 team, but, I mean, I think they are a team. There's definitely something there. There's something there with these players. I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're going to be at least a decently mediocre team. That is enough to get you into the playoffs. I think there is something there where they will put together a cohesive unit and play like a real team, maybe in about 2 more games.
Decently mediocre. The hope for every Red Bull fan.
That's right.
No, I'll double down on the like. Gutman, I think Gutman is actually a player they brought in who I think so far looks very good. I do agree there. He looks very solid on the left side. The goal was also very nice. And I'll just give a honorable mention to an extent to Fabio, and it's just simply because he had one hell of a strike that was saved. Was saved by a great save. If he can put more of those in together, he will get more of them in the back of the net. But of course, it has to be done to actually count. So, but there is some mild hope there. I'm still down on this team, but that's just me.
Not my like, but how nice is it to see Red Bull players actually take shots from outside the box for once?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been forever. We had 2 in this game. We had Danny Royers, which I think was pretty savable for normal keepers, but still challenged him, which is good. And then, of course, Fabio's attempt, which was pretty close. My like is the LA Galaxy crowd because I forgot who we were playing for during the first and second halves of this game, and if it wasn't for the Galaxy fans chanting LA Galaxy, I might have forgotten.
True.
I thought we were playing the Chicharitos out there. I'm glad the fans reminded me.
You know what's funny, too? There was a point to that game. Now, when you looked at the teams on the field, you could swear it was the Galaxy playing like the Earthquakes. Because there's a team in all white in LA playing a team like that dark bluish, blackish, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, whatever those colors are.
Was that their like 96 throwback jersey?
That it's exactly what it was. They were homages to the original jersey,
which we won't get.
Didn't we sub in a guy? Wasn't there a guy we subbed in wearing a mustache? His name was Londo Woski.
Yes, Londo.
All right. So, any other afterthoughts for this one?
Does Gerhard Struber not like Royer?
Yeah, I was going to double down. Fucking start Royer.
What is going on there? Something's up.
I mean, there are rumors they're trying to sell him, but I mean, come on, he's clearly, if not the best, one of the best players on the team. It makes no fucking sense. I mean, if they actually cared about winning, which I don't believe they do, I think we're a fucking farm team, and I think that's just it. Royer is never going to progress to Leipzig, so who gives a shit? But if you actually want to win some fucking games, put the best fucking player on your team in the lineup. Sorry, Truman set me off.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know. There's something up there. Yeah, unless he's not up to full playing speed yet, I don't know. Don't know.
I can't think of anything else.
Oh, also, Caden Clark, not great this game. Take that, 17-year-old. I'm 39. Take that.
All right. The prediction standings, we're all still in first place, but we all have a point now because we all predicted a loss. So at least there's that. So speaking of predictions, let's talk about the upcoming game against the Chicago Fire, which will be Saturday, May 1st, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on MSG or ESPN+. I'm not sure which MSG channel because on the Red Bulls website it just says MSG Networks.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll go to my cable and I'll find out for you.
Yeah, Pat being the only one with MSG Networks will be able to tell us which one.
You have all the networks.
I do have all the networks.
Plus one, plus minus, MSG Infinity, the symbol.
Yeah.
MSG Buffalo.
MSG hashtag.
It looks like it's both on MSG and MSG Plus. So there you go.
Which station is Dolan's Rock Band on?
What's that?
Second. Which station is Dolan's Rock Band on? Because I want to avoid it.
MSG the Ocho.
All right. So predictions, Truman, since you're still defending champion, you get to go first. What's your prediction for Saturday?
They're going to win this game 1-0. That's right. Makes no sense. Why would they? It's dumb. But it's Chicago at home. I'm not going to pretend like I know how Chicago's doing because I don't really care. I just don't. I don't care. But they're home. It's a 1-0 win because the Red Bulls are still pretty mediocre. But I think the Chicago Fire are slightly less than mediocre. This will not be pretty. There's no reason for them to win this game, but I think somehow some ball's going to go off the back of someone's head. It's going to be really strange. It's not going to be a great-looking goal, but the Red Bulls do get their first win of the season.
Mike McGee comes out of retirement just to score on us.
That's right.
My prediction is a 3-2 win, and here's why. One, I don't exactly see the defense keeping Chicago out of the net, but I ultimately kind of agree with the idea that if they're not going to win against Chicago, when the hell are they going to win? So I'm going to go 3-2. I think they'll somehow get, 3 fluke goals, but they will also let their share in. And I'm going to the game, so you know what? Oh, wait, hold on. No, I'm not going to this game. I'm going to the next game. Sorry. So, it's that's pretty much my prediction. I say they somehow get 3 goals based on poor Chicago defense, and then we give up 2 goals because of our own poor defense. So, but
so it's going to be a poorest defense football game.
Yeah. So ultimately, if they can't beat Chicago, who the hell can they beat? And that's pretty much why I predict a 3-2 win.
I feel like I have to predict a win because, again, how can we lose to Chicago? But we're Chicago, because Chicago in the first game only drew 2-2 against 10-man New England. So, I guess I'll say when I'll say, I'm going to go crazier. We'll go 4-2 win. I don't know why.
Oh, 4 goals, wow.
Scores don't matter at this point, so who cares? I have room to make up in the race if it doesn't work out. Maybe Fabio will get his hat trick to start the MLS season.
Oh, there you go. Sure, why not? Sounds reasonable.
Hey, anything can happen, right?
Sure.
And it sucks because this is going to be of course, now is going to be like the first time I can't watch a game live. Because I'm back to this shit again.
Yeah, 1:00 start. That sucks. I probably can't watch it live either. That kind of pisses me off.
I'm actually happy with the 1:00 because I actually have to work Saturday night. So,
well, it's 2 1:00 in a row.
Yeah, not happy about that.
Well, I'm going to that one. So,
yeah, and then the other one's got to be 7:30, which of course, right in the middle of fucking everything. All right. New York Red Bulls 2 still haven't started the season because obviously we're not recording before their game. Gotham FC drew their 3rd game in the NWSL Challenge Cup 0-0 against the Washington Spirit to remain undefeated. And their last group stage match is against Racing Louisville, which I think is the first year in the league, on Sunday, May 2nd, 12:30 p.m. So no Red Bulls game to get in the way there. I'm not sure how the seating works afterwards because I haven't looked into it. So we'll see after they play on Sunday.
I think they'll be all right. I mean, so far top of the table, right?
Or a joint top of the table at least.
Top of the table, eh?
Boy.
Let's see what the standings are. So actually right now they're top of the table with 2 wins and a draw. 1 point over North Carolina. Uh, oh, and apparently it's only the top two teams, one from each group, gets to advance. So a win, and they would go on.
Are any of these games televised?
Paramount Plus, and then some of them on CBS. I guess maybe one or two on CBS Sports Network.
Okay. Start pimping that out.
Well, remember we complained about Paramount Plus?
Yeah, but we still pimp it out.
Yeah.
We should make people pay money, even though.
Well, apparently Turner might be getting hockey, so maybe some games start showing up there too. Oh, wait,
They
no,
are
sorry.
getting hockey.
It's HBO Max though, right? Not
HBO Max is getting hockey?
I thought that's what I saw.
Oh, my
No,
God.
TNT got it. There was talk about HBO, but it's TNT.
I thought HBO Max was going to carry like streaming for it or something like that.
I mean,
don't know.
possible, but it's TNT.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, with that, on to the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
Ooh, the soundboard's back.
Love
Yes,
it.
it is.
Soundboard.
All right. So I think the biggest news that relates to the Red Bulls is the news of Jesse Marsh being not completely signed, but like 99% certain he will be the next coach of RB Leipzig. Julian Nagelsmann, the current coach, is set to leave the team and go to Bayern Munich as their next head coach, which of course leaves the job open. And Marsh did spend a year in Leipzig working as an assistant to Ralf Rangnick, and the last 2 years has been at RB Salzburg, winning Austrian titles and doing pretty well in Champions League. I think he made the knockout round the first year, and then maybe fell into the Europa this year, but still qualified, which is not a bad thing. So what do you guys think about the former Red Bull or New York Red Bull coach now being in Leipzig?
Good for him. I mean, now he's in the big time, right? There's no fucking around now.
Yeah, hopefully that Ralph programming really took in, because we all know Jesse Marsh has no brain of his own. But for some reason, the Ralph program didn't work with Armis. But whatever, that's just me.
He resisted a little bit. That's why.
Yeah, he had a computer virus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, congratulations, Jesse Marsh. I mean, it is happy to see another American coach in a Big Four league. Hopefully he has a better run than Bob Bradley did with Swansea. That's for sure.
Oh, and Jesse's getting let's face it, a better team than Bob Bradley did.
100%.
So,
yeah, I mean,
big difference.
I think Leipzig's been top 5 in Germany every year since they've gotten up to the Bundesliga. So
Yeah.
I mean, not a bad team at all to take over.
No, not at all. Yeah, he gets to be reunited with Tyler Adams, and I presume, I don't know, maybe he scouted Caden Clark at one point. Who knows?
Well, I mean, Caden Clark was supposed to be going over to Europe at some point, either Leipzig or Salzburg. So
I thought it was guaranteed Leipzig.
it was guaranteed one of them, but I wasn't sure if it was Leipzig was actually going to happen.
Okay, I feel like to make that happen, they have to say a specific team, but maybe I'm wrong.
All right. Anything else for dumping ground?
I guess you guys discussed Super League last week.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about it, go ahead.
Yeah, it was trash. It was trash. I mean, there is the American in me that's like, yeah, why not? Like get a bunch of teams together, the best teams in the world, let them play their game. That'd be pretty damn exciting. But I mean, yeah, I think it just completely ignores the idea of what's great about European soccer. I mean, yes, those top teams generally finish in first place in the end. But I mean, every once in a while, there's a Leicester City. So ultimately, that's kind of, I think, my point of view is just I think what they got going on in Europe is great, and I think I've said plenty of times on this show that I am pro relegation. So I would love to see it here someday, maybe in the Mexican MLS Super League that they're discussing inventing someday.
That'd be silly.
No, I want to face Mexico all the time. Fuck them.
All right. So any other thoughts for dumping grounds?
Well, I got one more piece of news that I'm surprised that Pat didn't cover because he's Mr. America. And I thought Mr. America would definitely talk about this and saying congratulations to Christian Pulisic on being the first U.S. men's international to score in the Champions League semifinal game
Ooh,
in their 1-1 draw with Real Madrid.
All right,
So Chelsea is poop, but congratulations to him. That is awesome. A sign of good things to come for the men's national team, except for when it comes to playing the Olympics, because we don't care about that.
Yeah. No, I've been bad about following like massive news. It's lately very depressing.
Oh, Gold Cup, because I just remembered this. So they announced the sites for the Gold Cup this year. Unsurprisingly, the Gold Cup will be hosted in states that are more open to having big crowds in stadiums after COVID.
Just host it all in the Texas Rangers Stadium. They don't give two shits.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, there's 6 sites in Texas. AT&T Stadium, BBVA Stadium, the Cotton Bowl, NRG Stadium in Houston, Q2 Stadium. Is that the new one in Austin?
Probably.
Okay. And Toyota Stadium in Frisco. And then the other stadiums will be Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Exploria Stadium in Orlando, which I think is Orlando City's, and State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So pretty much states that have big fucking attitudes towards COVID.
Just text. I didn't have to play your games in the Cotton Bowl. No one wants to play in the Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl sucks.
Cotton Bowl's a weird stadium there, that's for sure.
Ugh.
But I don't blame CONCACAF at all.
No, because they want their gate money.
They want their money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Nothing wrong with that.
We all know what this is about.
It's about money, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were getting a soundboard sound effect. Wow. Get the board back, nothing.
I didn't even know which one to use for this.
Too late. You could have played money. Could have had a cash register sound. There's so much. It's too late. It's too late.
It's been a while since I've looked at this. I don't even see the money one on here. Damn, do I not have it there? That's not good.
Well, apparently the local governors are loosening the rules very rapidly. Apparently the local governors are loosening the rules very rapidly in the area. That being the area, I'm the only one who lives in this area still. But, you know, I was just reading they were loosening the rules. But, yeah, they waited too long. What are you going to do? You lose out on some money.
I mean, Hogan just started going YOLO on the stuff down here in Maryland where he's like, if you're outdoors, you don't need a mask anymore at all. So that's good.
Duh. I'm sorry, probably not a popular opinion. That, despite, never mind, I'm not going to get into it.
All right, yeah, this is not political, and unfortunately, that is a political topic, so we're not going to do it right now.
Yep, my bad.
All
right, so anything else for dumping ground?
God, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mets suck. There's your dump. Some dumping ground. Gotta fucking run, you idiots.
I think Columbus is currently losing 1-0 to Monterey. So that first round of CCL fever looks like it's already going to shit.
All right, so next it's time for Pat's betting corner.
All right, I actually left FanDuel open this time, so I could go right to it. So this week I have our New York Red Bulls. I am actually going in. It's probably stupid, which means they're going to lose. I am also going with... Okay, FanDuel logged me out. My bad. All right, so I'm going with the Red Bulls. I'm going Columbus over Montreal, and I am going with Orlando City over FC Cincinnati for your 3-team parlay.
So after the Red Bulls, it seems like a safe bet.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So that takes us to the last segment, Truman's terrible team of the week.
That's terrible.
Now, Jay had his early nominee, but as you all know, I refuse to give NYCFC any kind of props, respect, so they get nothing. I don't care what they won by. I don't care how they scored goals. They can go fuck themselves. That being said, how about those Colorado Rapids losing at home in the second game ever for Austin FC 3-1? That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
And they had the lead.
Yeah.
They were nothing.
Yeah. So you suck. You're the ones who gave an expansion team their first victory, so you deserve to be the fucking terrible team of the week. Oh, and the Mets. The Mets are the other one.
Actually, this just popped in my mind. This probably should have been dumping ground. But David Ochoa punting the ball at the Minnesota fans. You guys have opinions on that?
Don't Kaku.
But it wasn't like a hard kick. It was a punt.
No.
It was a nice lofting curl into the supporter section.
I missed MLS shithousery, so sure.
I mean, I do love the shitbaggery. I mean, I do love that the shitbaggery seems to be coming to MLS. I mean, we've been waiting for this, where people care enough to do shitbaggery.
Now we just need someone kicking a ball boy to really set it off.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need like a ball boy falling on a ball and somebody kicking him, and then we're good to go. Then we're a real league.
Honestly, I don't care if you kick the ball. It's not like when Kaku did it, where it was a fucking line drive at somebody.
Yeah.
It was something that was easily catchable.
Yeah, he hit it like towards the upper half of that section. There's no like if somebody got hit with that ball, they deserved it at that point.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I almost took a rocket to the face from Juan Pablo on hell. I was looking at my phone. Fortunately, whoever was standing in front of me put their hand up.
I mean, it's like when you go to a baseball game and you're told, beware, foul balls may enter the stands.
Yeah.
Maybe just hates Oasis. Did you ever think about that? It's like, I fucking hate Wonderwall. I hate that band. You don't know.
Their first couple albums weren't bad.
All right, so anything else we want to talk about?
Oh, my God, no.
Nah, okay. I'm exhausted.
All right. Let's wrap this up then. Patreon.com/Rebel Rant. That's all you need. $1 a month, exclusive content, such as our monthly wrap-up, live post-game, anything else we could think of. Email us, redbullrant@gmail.com. Call us 973-348-5329. Facebook.com/RedBullRant. On Twitter, @RedBullRant for the show, @Dr. Stoops for myself. Pat doesn't have it anymore, so skipping him, @the Truman for Truman. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Sorry.
No, please. I insist you first.
I'm not on Twitter anymore because it's a cesspool.
I'm on Twitter because it is a cesspool. And I love it. I swim in it. I enjoy it. How would I live my life without it? That being said, it's going to happen, guys. This is it. We're going to get off the edge of the bridge, and we're just going to get back onto the regular walkway of the bridge. We're not going too far off the ledge, but we're just getting off the ledge. We're going to be on the walkway.
We're going to have one foot off?
Yeah, we're gonna take. No, we'll have both feet off. But we're still a little nervous, hanging onto the rail. But we're just gonna somehow fall into a ridiculous, makes no sense Red Bulls win.
I mean, because I'm miserable about this team, I'm sure they'll win 6-0. So win me up. Prove me right, I guess, guys. So win.
All right. With that, for Pat, Truman, and myself, this has been episode number 358 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, go Red Bulls.
Well, bye-bye now.
Lights.